And hello once again, everybody. Welcome in. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Wednesday. We are live and in living color at Tennessee Brew Works here in Nashville. He is Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe. Dr. Craig Nick Frazier back at the studio on the ones and twos. And what's up, Joe?
Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a fantastic day here at Tennessee Brew Works. And here till 3 o'clock today, stop by and say hi. Last time we were here, we had the Music City Trolley that stops here?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that thing is.
All the bachelorette parties and birthday parties.
We had like 9 of them. And they all walk up to the TV and to the stage. And they're always like, "Are you guys on a podcast?" Like, no, we're live on the radio.
I'm not going to lie to you. There was one girl that I think she was the birthday girl that was so intoxicated that
right?
I thought we were going to see some things that we probably shouldn't see.
She tried to grab the headphone. Was like, "Y'all are cute." I'm like, "Man, you're absolutely drunk." Are y'all doing a podcast? all 9, every one that came through said the same thing, man.
It was
awesome because they actually were a lot of fun, and the crew here at Tennessee Brew Works has fun with them, so it's a good time. So we're excited to be here.
Yeah, we are, and thank you to them for having us today. We got a packed show with the Titans playing the Chiefs this weekend. Big Joe came up with a great idea of getting Dexter McCluster, former Titans and Chiefs running back, and also Ole Miss running back, with them being in the playoffs. So the Dex Show will join us coming up at 12:30.
He's cutting his speed class short early to be with us. So
nice.
So if you ever wondered if Chase and I are mentioned in the same sentence as the word speed, we are today. So thank you.
Terry McCormick, TitanInsider.com will join us at 1:30. Get the latest on the Titans. They've made a lot of roster moves with IRs and reactivations and stuff like that. So we'll get his thoughts on that. And then Ryan O'Reilly, the Factor, will join us in the 2 o'clock hour as the Predators take on the Carolina Hurricanes later on tonight.
Big game tonight for the Preds.
It is.
Right? So they've won 7 out of 10?
They have won 7 out of 10. They are like 5 or 6 points back of a playoff spot.
I think 5 I was reading earlier.
Their percentages, if you look at some sites, have them still at like a 10% chance to make the playoffs. But, you get on a run at the right time.
Yeah.
You never know.
I think it's great. And look, you got Carolina, then you got Toronto, you got the Rangers. So you have 3 games the next 5 days. Win those games. Those are 6 points. You're right back in it.
Yeah, there's 7 points out right now.
Okay.
San Jose and the Kings all have 37 points, so the Preds are at 30. So, again, you control your own destiny, keep winning, and see what happens.
I like it. I mean, just play tonight. And look, it's the only time all year, right? You get to see Carolina, Toronto, and the Rangers.
Yep.
So go tonight. And the Hurricanes, probably the least talked about good professional franchise.
Yep.
Right? Nobody talks about them. And anyway, all the 4 major sports, nobody talks about them.
Number 1 in the Metro Division right now. They've won 7 out of their last 10. They've won 4 in a row, including beating the Predators last week in Raleigh. A couple weeks ago. I don't know. They run together. So you got Carolina, who's a playoff team coming to town. And then, the Maple Leafs and the Rangers are kind of like the Predators. They're in the thick of it right now, 2 points out of a playoff spot. So you're going to get some good competition coming through Bridgestone Arena this week.
Well, what I like about this is you grew up here, I grew up here. And the same applies to the Titans, it applies to hockey. If you told me the New York Rangers and the Toronto Maple Leafs will be coming to Nashville to play hockey like the Dallas Cowboys, the Pittsburgh Steelers growing up here, I would have had you committed to a mental asylum. But now it's a generation. For 25 years, all these teams have rolled through here. And it's still very, very cool, like on Sunday, to watch the New York Rangers in Nashville.
Yeah.
It's just really, really cool to have all that. So if you ever lose that feeling, then move out to Rayon City with Mike Organ.
Do we need to check on Vols fans today?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, there's now. Well, he'll play in the bowl game, but explain what's up.
So Jake Merklinger, the quarterback, has announced he's going to enter the transfer portal. He has 2 years of eligibility left. He's been predominantly the backup at the University of Tennessee, so he will play the bowl game.
I would assume so.
Suit up for the bowl game?
Because the portal opens January the 2nd. I would assume he would. If not, then you got 2 quarterbacks on the roster, in McIntyre and Aguilar. And Aguilar's leaving, so you got maybe one quarterback going after the bowl game. You might have one quarterback on the roster.
Well, you have the 5-star. I forget his name. But
Ain't here yet. Yep.
But they've got him, and then George McIntyre. So going to be interesting to see. You know, I think I've read that the Cincinnati quarterback transfer. People have kind of connected him potentially with Tennessee as a landing spot, but we'll see.
And that's the thing is that now it's like, well, that offense you can't play in the pros. I mean, if you're worried about that, just go play games, man, and be a quarterback in the SEC. But to hand that over to a 5-star freshman, and Vandy's going to go through this too with Jared Curtis. I mean, they understand there's a large growing curve that happens, but for Tennessee, man, so if McIntyre doesn't enter, he's your guy going into 26. So we shall see.
Can you tell me the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins?
Yes, hold on. It's either Zach Wilson or Quinn Ewers.
It is Quinn Ewers because Tua Tagovailoa has been benched by Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins. Quinn Ewers, the, I believe, 7th-round pick, rookie, will start for the Dolphins this week.
Dr. Crane, I apologize because remember yesterday I said there's no way that the owner is going to let the head coach bench the nearly $50 million year contract quarterback, put him on the bench. So Tagovailoa, see ya, and now Quinn Ewers. And, man, if Quinn Ewers is successful, you still got to pay Tua 2 more years of that contract.
Yeah. Jeremiah Love's officially declared for the draft. No surprise there. So he will leave Notre Dame.
Oh, so he'll show up at a camp next year.
He plans to show up. And Pete Thamel just reporting this about 30 minutes ago that Ohio, the University of Ohio, has fired head coach Brian Smith, saying he, quote, violated the terms of his employment agreement by engaging in serious professional misconduct and participating in activities that reflect unfavorably on the university, end quote.
Oh, no. All right. Well, it's another Michigan story happening there.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I hate to say this, but now look. Say it. I don't think it's to the extreme of what happened with Sherman Moore, but unfortunately, I think when that story broke, there were probably a few people throughout sports that got a little worried. And I'll leave it at that.
Yes, I think you were correct on that. We know exactly what you were talking about with that happening. So that's another job opening up there. More dominoes will fall because that's a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Ohio University is a pretty good school. It's in the MAC. They play good football. And more dominoes will happen right there, man. That's great. So all the jobs are –
I'm sure they got a few dominoes there. It's a college town.
I'm sure they're so is Michigan the last big job that's not been filled? Is that right?
Say, yeah. And they're doing like a whole investigation of the athletic department and all that stuff. So.
Well, I'd like that the lady on ESPN, is it Heather Dinich?
Yeah.
Is that her name? She said, I'm going to still say it's Kalen DeBoer until that job is filled at Michigan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, somebody would want that. It's still a good job, right? I mean, you're at Michigan, right? You're not at, Michigan State Tech Junior College. I mean, that's Michigan. That's a huge job. And try to turn around and clean it up and everything, that'd be nice. So somebody will want that job.
The ACC has unveiled a 9-game conference schedule in a transition year, whatever that means.
They're just trying to, hey, look at us over here. We got one team in.
Like, hi, we know we're probably going to be gone in like 3 years. So
yeah, look at us real quick.
Good luck.
Look, it's like you go to the pool and you're a kid with your mom. Mom, look at me. And all you do is jump off the side of the pool.
Yeah, and like, oh, that's great, sweetie.
30 seconds later, mom. It's like, all right.
She takes a sip of her mimosa.
Right? Looks at her iPhone and gets it down. Like, good Lord. Hey, real quick. This is a shout out to drivers around Nashville. It's the Big Joe traffic message every day. If you were number one at the red light, if you're the big dog at the red light, get off your phone, right? You have
a responsibility.
You are empowered at the red light. You are the catalyst. You're the heartbeat. I was leaving the Target in Donaldson, and this guy was on his phone, and I give you 4 seconds for a honk.
Yep.
Then I honked, and then I gave him the look.
For a second.
He flipped me off, and then
That's
I was
generous.
like, okay, yeah. I'll give you 4. I'll give you 4. I'm getting kind of nice in my old age. But if you're number 1 at the red light, go. Absolutely. That's your only focus is that red light turning green and going.
I can tell you this. I have found a very screwed up place, and I know there are more, but of
is it on Murfreesboro Road?
No. Well, you got some salt, but if you know, you know. No. It's at where they're building this Titan Stadium. So you're turning left off of, I guess it's Galton or Main Street, whatever that is, whatever it becomes. It has like 3 names, but you're turning left to go get on the interstate, Interstate Drive, right? So the stadium's to your right.
All right.
And that Comfort Inn or whatever hotel.
Don't play dumb.
And they got it. La Quinta, whatever. Well, they got it so screwed up that like I'm trying to turn there the other day to get on, and I got people in the far right lane that just basically go sideways and just block traffic to try and like go to the interstate. I'm like, what are we doing?
Oh man! Oh, that's great. I'm not fancy enough to go on that side of town, but
and it got to the point where it was so screwed up that it was kind of like one of those puzzles that you have to move a piece to make another piece move. And it was like, what are we doing?
You better watch out over there. That's the East Natural people.
I know.
Somehow right now, Willie Donnick's phone's dinging.
East side.
And vinging. Yeah,
East side. We're talking about the east side.
We're going to get you. I told you my main job in Donaldson is to stand on that pedestrian bridge and not let any people from East Nashville over to Donaldson. I mean, we're manning that bridge 24 hours a day. Stay on that side of town.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Quickly, Joe, what is our question of the day?
So tonight the Powerball is over $1 billion. I got like $1.1 billion tonight. The cash option keeps rising. It's $570 million. So if you win tonight in honor of Nick Saban, and you could buy 10% of anything, sports team, business, doesn't matter. What would you buy 10% of? You win the Powerball tonight. You have the option to buy 10% of anything. What would you buy 10% of? I would buy 10% because I don't think it's ever going away, and it makes money all the time. I'm buying 10% of Netflix.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
I mean, there's some hostile takeover now where Warner Brothers wants to buy it for $40 billion. I'm putting 10% into Netflix.
No,
it's not going away.
No, it's the other way around. Netflix wants to buy Warner Brothers.
But who wants to buy Netflix? Somebody made to try to make a hostile takeover of
I don't know. Paramount. It's like Paramount and Netflix, I think, are in a bidding war over Warner Brothers.
Something, yes, along those lines. Yeah. So they're not going away.
Oh, Netflix is not going away.
Yeah. So I'd buy 10%.
Mine, I would want to buy 10% of Richard Childress Racing.
All right. Who all is the drivers?
Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon right now. And we'd have to talk about that.
Okay, why Richard Childress?
Because that's where Dale drove.
Okay.
And I like Richard Childress because he likes to fight people.
Oh, that's a good. That's number 1 on my box.
He's 80 years old. He's like, I'll whip your ass.
Wait, was the Randy Quaid character in Days of Thunder based on him?
I think loosely.
Okay. Car owner.
Yeah. Well, Rick, he's Rick
Hendrick.
He's based off Rick Hendrick, and then supposedly Rowdy Burns is Dale Earnhardt. It's kind of based off.
Okay, I could see that.
Like blue collar, like not going to take any BS.
Good, that's what we should be. All right, so you got Richard Childress. Dr. Crane, 10%. What are you buying?
Hanes T-shirts. Everybody needs a T-shirt. Why on God's green earth would you invest in a sports team when you can invest in shirts that are needed every single day?
That is
this guy.
That is brilliant.
This guy.
That is brilliant.
He's like a young, very sane Bill Gates.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I like that. Just T-shirts, right?
Because again, it's one of those things that's never going away.
Well done,
and
Dr.
if the internet breaks, we still got clothes.
I mean, you can end the show.
Right?
That was pretty good.
I mean, I'm actually stuck in my mind now. Like, that is very good. That never would have crossed my mind at all.
That's well done. Our question of the day is presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. Check them out at ariestactical.com. We're live today at Tennessee Brew Works And again, got a big show. Dexter McCluster coming up at the bottom of the hour. It's Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel, 102.5 The Game. The Cars bringing us back on this Wednesday, live at Tennessee Brew Works. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Dexter, McCluster, former Titans and Chiefs running back, Ole Miss, will join us at the bottom of the hour. So with Tua being benched, I just saw this on Twitter. First round quarterback since 2020. Tua benched. Justin Fields got benched. Zach Wilson got benched. Trey Lance got benched. Mac Jones got benched. Bryce Young got benched. Kenny Pickett got benched. Anthony Richardson got benched. At least Cam Ward's not on that list yet.
Right? Those are all first rounders?
Yeah, since 2020.
Man, you could add 1 second rounder to that list, too.
Will Levis.
Will Levis.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Who's going to come back with a vengeance in 26?
You'd love to see it.
He'll get traded to some other team and light them up, and then they'll make the play. That's the way it happens now. I mean, you're expecting that with guys who are no longer here and go down.
So I just thought that was interesting.
Some of y'all's responses are on this.
Look at a text we just got.
are great for you could buy 10% of anything. What would you buy? 10% of anything. We got one here. Somebody says 0323 Amazon. I'd buy 10%. That's a great one. That's not going away. Amazon's not going away. As much as everybody wants to hate it and says, I won't, like a friend of mine complains about Amazon all the time, and then he complains because his package isn't there.
Yeah.
I'm like, so what are you doing? You're speaking out of both
Sounds
sides.
like
of
a
your
personal
mouth,
problem.
right? I mean, you get I can't stand Amazon. And then an hour later, they ain't brought my package yet. I'm like, come on, man. I get all that. But 10% of that's good.
John says SpaceX.
Yeah, right?
That's a good one.
They totally reshaped the way we travel to space. I want to see Dr. Crane go up in a rocket ship.
Oh, that'd be fun. Would you do it, Dr. Crane?
I feel like Joe just wants to see me experiment things and possibly die to my ultimate death. I'm going to pass on this one.
No, I think it's just the first part. He wants to see you experience life.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to see.
Then you could go up into space and come back down and be like Katy Perry and tell everybody you're an astronaut.
Well, she never went up into space.
Well, they came back and thought they were astronauts. They were up like for 18 seconds. Didn't like her and Gail King and who else went with them? Lady Gaga. I don't know.
18 seconds is a long time, man.
It is. Ask Rick Pitino. Hey-o.
Joey from Gallatin says invest in medical equipment.
But what? We need specifics. Like Harold Miller Henry does something with medical robots.
Yeah.
And that sounds important, and then he does really well off of that.
Weston Hermitage was one that said Amazon. 3337 said the lottery.
What's your return investment? I mean, you win the lottery, obviously, but
7656. I'd buy 10% of the Titans. The stock will definitely go up. Can't get much lower.
You know what I wouldn't mind buying? I wouldn't mind buying 10% of a minor league baseball team, like on the Gulf Coast, like Pensacola.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing today, Joe? I'm going to say
I'd probably if you had that kind of money, I'd just outright buy like a double-A baseball.
I don't want I 10%, man. I don't want the deal with HR and personnel. Just give me 10%, and I'll sit in the outfield and watch baseball. Even though I'm not the biggest baseball guy, but I'd still sit out there. If I'm near the beach, that'd be perfect. Or I'd put a minor league team in Key West. I'd have enough money to do that. Dr. Crane's manager.
Let's see. Adam in Portland says, if it'll load, I'm going to be the boring answer and say that I want to buy 10% of the Titans, and I'm going to be the most hands-on owner that you've ever seen in your life. I would be just like Jerry answering questions week after week.
At 10%.
And I'll hire every single person on my radio shows to my staff. Joe, you can replace Brinker. Chase, you can refinance Nihil. Obviously, he doesn't work here. To field the press conference questions. Derek can coach my wide receivers. Willie over to replace that goofball who took over for Mike Key. Adam could ask the players questions in the locker room. Rex Road, I'll give a contract to, but he has to go to New England and ask Mike for questions about the Titans every week. Robbie will still get paid, but he's banned from the building because he's a Packer fan. He can run our social media or something.
You know what? Thank you. I would absolutely send Rex Road. I'd put him on a plane every Sunday night to go to New England on Monday and sit in the front row and ask Vrabel questions. And when Vrabel says, "What are you doing here?" have Rex Road have him directed to say he only asks questions back. When Vrabel's like, "What are you doing here?" and then Rex Road's like, well, "What are you doing here?" and Vrabel's like, "No, seriously, what are you doing here?" and Rex was like, "No, what are you doing here?" And that's all it is. And then Joe flies back on Monday. First class, Joe. We'll take care of you.
I tell you that. I tell you this: if I won the lottery along those lines, I would pay to send Rex Road, Kuharski, and Stillman to sit in the front row just to mess with Vrabel.
Okay,
that would be funny.
He'd come out and be like, "What?"
And Glennon, because Glennon would have to come in, with like when things are awkward, like. So
send them all. We'd follow you guys up there Sunday night. First class. We put you in, let you stay in. You'd stay in Providence because that's closer to the facility there. Then go over the next day and ask questions, and then have Vrabel do his little. What do you do with your hands there? What's going on there?
That would be funny.
So that's what we're doing. There we go. We got it figured out.
Coming up next, we'll talk to Dexter McCluster, former Titans, Chiefs, Ole Miss running back. Obviously, a big matchup this weekend. We'll see what he's been up to as of late. We'll talk to him next. Chasing Big Joe live at Tennessee Brewworks, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Wednesday. We're live at Tennessee Brew Works, hanging out today, and excited to bring in our next guest, someone that was always fun to talk to when he was here with the Titans and, of course, played for the Chiefs before that and Ole Miss. Dexter McCluster, former NFL running back, joins us on the program. Dexter, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How you feeling?
We're good. I know you got to always have a little nostalgia and be excited about a Chiefs-Titans matchup that's coming up this weekend.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. Everybody's been coming to me and like, who you rooting for? Who you pulling for? I said, hold on, man. I'm just going to see a good game.
That's a fair one. The Chiefs are in a tough spot, though, with Patrick going down for the year, and they're going to miss the playoffs for the first time in over a decade since that run. So, unfortunately, you've been in those situations where you've been on teams that have been out of it this time of year. What do you guys talk about in the locker room and what you're looking for from both the Titans side and the Chiefs side when it comes to just competing and finishing the year strong?
Yeah. With the Chiefs, man, having a guy like Patrick down, that's very unfortunate. That's that foundation. That's the leader, and that's a guy that can change a game, at any moment. But being in the NFL and being on the other side of things, as far as not making it to the playoffs, and we still have a season to play, it just goes down to the point to where you got to understand and know that at the end of the day, you're a professional. This is your job, and you have to go out there and finish strong no matter what. You just don't want to go out there with a lackadaisical mindset saying, okay, this is get home. I'm ready to go. We don't have anything to play for, because at the end of the day, it's about character and it's about building that foundation and getting that confidence going into the off season and hoping for a better season that following year.
Dexter McCluster is here with us on the program. I don't know how much you've gotten to really see of Cam Ward this year, but if you've watched some of him, what have kind of been your thoughts to this point?
Yeah, I pretty much go to every home game,
Cool.
me being a Tennessean now for about 10 years. So I'm always at the games. And what I see a guy that he's definitely a competitor. He's not a me guy. He's always been a we guy. I think he has a lot of upside. He's a competitor and he wants to win. It's just trying to figure out the different pieces that can help him, continue to develop and show what he can do on a long-term basis. So I just think he needs a little more time under his belt with some guys and some new additions. And I think we're going to see some good things out of him.
Dexter, you were a rookie one time. I got to think, it's overwhelming. You go to a new city, new teammates, new everything, all the pressure. You're the number one pick. You're the quarterback. You're the savior of the franchise. I mean, there's a lot off the field that he's got to put up with, I think.
Yes, you said a whole mouthful and a whole mouthful of the truth. Especially being the number one pick. You're coming to a city like Nashville that freaking took off, that's blowing up. Everybody's moving to Tennessee. So you have a lot of expectations put on you early. But as competitors, we have to welcome that. It's the lane we're in. And it's our job to go out there and figure things out. So with that added pressure, it's all about just that supporting cast. The coaches, somebody getting with them, and the veterans, so to speak. The veterans got to come in and kind of help him navigate through the process and let him know that, hey, it's not going to be perfect, but if you keep working, if you don't give in, if you just roll with what comes to you, everything else will kind of fall into place. So it's always tough coming into a situation like that, but I think that he welcomed it. Sure.
Yeah, Dexter McCluster's on the Chasing Big Joe show. You wasted no time in Kansas City to become beloved by fans. Your first touchdown was a punt return.
Yes, it sure was. That was September 13, 2010. I will never forget it. Monday Night Football. Yes, sir.
What was that like? Because I've always heard, look, I've been to games at Arrowhead. It's so loud there. What was that like for you when you knew you were going to score?
Well, first and foremost, coming out of that tunnel, I've been drafted and everything, went through the training camps and all of that, the ins and outs. And coming out of the tunnel before the game, Monday Night Football, and just to see that crowd, that's when I knew it was real. So we get to the sideline. We had Javier Arenas. He was our punt returner. And, of course, I practiced it during the practices. I was backing him up and things. And I just saw our head coach, Todd Pioli, lean over to our special teams coach and say, hey, I want to see McCluster return one. I didn't hear him, but I read his lips. And at that point, all of my nerves kicked in. I said, you know what? Hey, Dex, when you get out there, just catch the ball. I don't care what you do, just catch the ball. And I went out there. I think it was drizzling a little bit, raining. I got my visor taken off right before I got out there. Boom, they punt the ball. I'm looking up. I don't think I blinked at all. You know, the water's hitting my eyes, but I caught the ball. And once I caught it, it's like I went into autopilot. My body just reacted. And, you know, once I seen Andy Studebaker leading the way to the end zone, that's when I knew it was real. And at that moment, I was running as fast as I could, but it felt like the end zone was running from me. So I was just trying to get there. It was wild.
What was it like playing with Mike Vrabel that one year in Kansas City?
And I was just talking to one of my clients, you know, my athletic trainer and our sports performance. So I was talking to him and I was telling him, I got a chance to play with Mike Vrabel. And I got a chance to see a guy that was definitely a pro. He approached the game like no other as far as just taking care of his body, the attention to detail, being that veteran to where you see the young guys, you see that talent and having that encouragement. And I think that's why he had so much success and is having so much success in the NFL as far as coaching, because he's a guy that has been there, that has done it at a high level, and that still loves the game and is not afraid to jump in there with those guys and put some pads on and get pushed around a little bit. So when you got a guy with that type of energy and that type of love for the game, you have no choice but to kind of love it, receive it, and do what you got to do to make sure that everything goes the way it needs to.
Dexter McCluster is with us here on the Chasing Big Joe show. You experienced this a couple times in your career in Kansas City and in Tennessee where there was a coaching change mid-season. Todd Haley's let go in Kansas City. Romeo Crennel takes over.
Yep.
And obviously Ken Wisenhunt is let go here, and Mike Mularkey takes over.
Yeah.
What was that like, and what are some of these guys going through with the Titans now that, you know, Callahan's let go earlier in the season and Mike McCoy, who I believe you played for briefly in San Diego, takes over?
Yes, I did. It's different. But I think, you know, you learn fast in the NFL that, hey, it's the next man up. You know, that's all we're drilled in. Hey, it's what have you done for me lately? It's, you know, every single day is a job interview for the players. And I guess the same thing for the coaches, you know, and having a coaching change mid-year, you really don't have time to dwell on it so much. Yeah, you talk about it in the locker room a little bit with the guys, but you have to make sure that you're still able to do your job and make sure that you have some type of value on that field to make sure that your job is not, you know, in jeopardy. So it's definitely unfortunate, but I think the guys can attest, you know, you hate it, but you got to keep moving forward, you know, no matter what it looks like.
You know, from the outside, when Mularkey took over, there was this definite sense that you could feel the change. Like
That's my guy. You're 100% right.
Yeah. So that answers my question. You guys felt that too when he took over as the head coach.
Yeah, 100%. You know, he's the guy, like he was a tight end, the thing. I think offensive line, sorry. And he used to always see me practice, and I prided myself on practicing as hard as I can. So when the game comes, it's muscle memory. And one thing that he did do when he became the interim head coach, he made me a captain right away. And he pulled me in his office and said, hey, I'm going to give you the captain because I see how you work. I've been seeing this, you know, week in and week out at practice. And that was pretty awesome for me to know that, hey, man, the hard work doesn't go in vain. And, you know, with that coaching change and with him going, he just brought some energy, a new life. And he brought a little edge back to what we needed.
Oh, very good. Dexter McCluster is with us. Dexter, talking NFL is great, but let's talk about your Ole Miss Rebels in the college football playoffs Saturday, taking on Tulane. First of all, thoughts on Lane Kiffin? I know how special Ole Miss is to you, and I've read some other Ole Miss players like, you know what, if you don't want to be there, just go away. We want people want to be there. I'm sure that 48, 72 hours has a very successful and popular ex-football player in Mississippi. There was like, all right, what's going on? What were your thoughts during all that time?
Yeah, it was like, wow, this is pretty bad timing. You know, knowing that the season that we're having and just the trajectory that Ole Miss has been going, you know, these past few years. And, you know, with that, you know, I don't know if it was because of the game I had versus Tennessee when I was at Ole Miss and he was the head coach of Tennessee and I had one of the biggest games of my career.
Oh, yeah.
When I went to Ole Miss, we never really talked. It was almost like an avoidance a little bit, you know, of that. But I always just wanted to say, hey, man, you're doing a great job at what you're doing. But at the end of the day, Ole Miss is who took the first shot, gave me the first opportunity. So like the guys say, if you don't want to be there, go ahead and get out of the way, because we got a support cast that can get this thing rolling, and we're gonna continue this thing with or without you.
Yeah, I just, it's funny. My roommate in junior college played football at Ole Miss, a guy named Randy Baldwin, beloved by Ole Miss fans, and just talked about how special it is at Ole Miss. You got to he's told me all the stories, but you got to experience that after, when you go back, just how beloved you are, players are, and how special it is. And Saturday, Dexter, you're hosting a playoff game on campus. I mean, what a wonderful time to be an Ole Miss Rebel.
Yeah, 100%. And guess what? I will be in the building. I'll get down there Saturday morning to watch that game, and it's just exciting. Life after the game. It shows that when you take the time, and whether it's after the game to sign 100 autographs for the kids, or whether take a moment to take a picture, whatever, they give you that love back, and it never goes away. So that's one thing that I love Ole Miss and the community for, is because if you're an Ole Miss guy or gal, you're an Ole Miss guy or gal for life, and that's one thing. The support is always going to be there. So I'm looking forward to jumping up and down and getting this victory on Saturday.
I love it. Well, what are you doing now? I know you said I pulled you away from one of your speed classes. What are you doing now?
Yeah, so I've been for the past 5 years, I've been running McCluster Fit. I train all athletes, all sports, starting at age 3 all the way to the NFL Combine. I've trained running backs for the NFL Combine with Boost Performance early on, back in 2019, 18-ish, whatever. But I'm everywhere, man. I train boxing. I train dancers for spatial awareness. So I'm just the guy that I was on the field, that Swiss Army knife. And if there's work to be done, I am there. So I'm enjoying that.
Love it, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I still have memories of you running over Tennessee back in 2009 that day. I think you had 282 that day.
Yeah, 282, 300 and something all-purpose, 4 touchdowns. It's still running.
I love that. That's so awesome.
Would you have been at Ole Miss in 2008?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Then I saw you play. I'm going to be honest with you. The Grove got me that day, so I don't remember too much of it.
Hey, it gets the best of all of us. So I know that more so now that I'm on the other side.
Yeah.
And I've just got my first 2 tailgating events this year in the Grove. And yeah, I feel your pain, big dog, but it was fun.
It was something. You are a man of the people, though, because I ran into you last year at an Ole Miss Vanderbilt basketball game.
Yep.
I go to a Preds game, hit Broadway that night, and you're at Rippy's hanging out. So you were a man. You were a man of the people, Dex.
I'm telling you, hey, listen, if you want to find me, I'm not hard to find.
I love it. Thanks so much for joining us today. It's good to catch up with you, and we'll do it again soon.
Most definitely. I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Dexter McCluster joining us on the program, former Ole Miss Rebel, Titan, Chief, and a San Diego Charger, which I forgot about. Played for Mike McCoy for about 6 games.
Right. I think it's great. I think look, I know Alabama fans who are traveling to Norman, Oklahoma for Friday night, and he's going down this weekend. So college football back front and center this weekend. And Saturday is good. I mean, Friday night, get the one game of Alabama, Oklahoma, and then Saturday, A&M in Miami, and then Tulane and Ole Miss, and the Oregon and James Madison. I mean, it's going to be a fun day. Sit around and watch a little football on Saturday.
I want to ask you and the listeners if you have the same or have had the same feeling that I've had about this, and I'll explain that a little bit more coming up next. It's Chase and Big Joe. We're live at Tennessee Brew Works here on 102.5 The Game. The late, great Roy Orbison bringing us back. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here at Tennessee Brew Works in Nashville.
Is that what you say when you walk to the Grove? When you walk to the Grove, pretty woman? Excuse me, pardon me.
Yeah.
Look. You've been there. I've been there. Is it one of the most deadly places on earth?
So that game, and I was pretty sure I remember Dex in that game. We missed kickoff because we were getting up. It was me and my buddy Chris and his brother and like a bunch of his friends. I mean, and it was a 2:30 game. We got on the Grove at 9.
Oh my gosh!
And I stood up to get up to go to the game and literally fell back down and was like, nope.
Wait, what year were you born?
87. So I was 21.
Attaboy. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Mom's listening.
Yep. Yeah, I was 21. I was legal.
Good.
But I was hammered. I was absolutely hammered. Like I have, and his parents were in town. We're like, we're gonna go to dinner, and I'm like, that's a terrible idea. But the funny thing is, I think I rallied, and we ended up just going all night.
I like that. Never quit, man. But I just think that's going to be a fun environment. Look, you got a college football playoff on your campus.
Yes.
On your home field. So, man, pace yourself, Dexter, on Saturday down in Oxford.
So, by the way, you can catch the college football playoff this weekend starting Friday night at 6:30 on 102.5 The Game with Alabama at Oklahoma.
Yes.
11 o'clock after weekend huddle. That's you, Nick. So you're a solid lead in to Miami, Texas A&M, which I think I've decided A&M is going to beat the crap out of Miami.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like that's
I'm with you on that.
And then on 94.9 The Fans, we'll have Preds coverage later in the day. You'll have Tulane, Ole Miss, and then JMU, Oregon.
Okay. I like it. Good. Full day of all that.
So real quick, what I was going to say, when you brought up the college football playoff, I was like, oh yeah, that's this weekend. Like, I'm not conditioned enough yet to expect playoff football this early.
No, you're right, because we get so focused on they take a break. You had because really you had championship Saturday, which was 2 weeks ago. But before that, the end of the season, that's 3 weeks ago now. You get a week off for the Heisman, all the Pavia nonsense that he did, and now you're kind of back into it. You know, NFL is going to be dominating everything. And now you're back into it with the games this weekend and, of course, next week rolling through. But I think this is really set up for some really fun football. I think if Oklahoma beats Alabama Friday, I really think they run the table.
Yeah.
They're playing so well. And if they win, they got to play Indiana in the Rose Bowl. Indiana hasn't faced a team like Oklahoma. And I agree. They're 13-0. That's fine. But, man, Oklahoma was down. And they go to Knoxville and win. They go to Tuscaloosa and win. And all that. I think what's going to happen is the JMU Oregon game.
That's going to be the interesting one.
Could be if JMU keeps it close, which they're not. The committee can say, "Hey, we told you," but if Oregon beats them 70-0,
do you think Napier is going to be there observing? I would assume so.
No, I'd stay away. It's not your team.
Not yet.
Chesney's still there.
Yeah.
So let him do that. You observe. You. Send positive affirmations. That's redundant. But.
Two things. Something I saw that I thought was cool. John Summerall donated $100,000 to Tulane's NIL fund as kind of like a parting gift on the way out, which I thought was really cool. Do you think, because you just referenced it, that Heather Dinich said she's going to keep saying Kalen DeBoer to Michigan until it's not?
Right.
If Oklahoma trounces them Friday night, which could very well happen, do you think that could change things?
Yes. Yeah, because we all know Alabama fans, right?
He might look at this of like, you know what? I might need to stay one step ahead of the jailer.
Yeah, and go and give me a nice little 6-year deal in Michigan. I don't know. I mean, it's a great point to put there. And that's the thing. Somebody's asking, well, they asked on game days, like, why is it not okay for Kiffin to coach Ole Miss, but it is okay for Chesney and Summerall to coach their schools?
It's a fair question.
And McAfee said, we all agree that these schools are not on the same level as an Ole Miss LSU rival. And I'm like, yes, you're exact. And it shut Saban up, which I loved. And it's not. The JMU, keeping Chesney there is not the same as letting Kiffin coach Ole Miss and like, oh, by the way, I'm going to go to your heated rival, LSU, so take care. No, man. If you don't see the difference there, then I can't help you.
If he was leaving Ole Miss for Texas,
no, still in the conference.
Well, okay, that's true. If he was leaving Ole Miss for Michigan, I think it might have been
a little
different.
bit. Yep,
yeah,
a little bit. Yes,
but the fact that it's, I mean, you got a game that has a name with LSU.
That's right,
Magnolia Bowl.
Uh-huh.
So I mean that means something.
Yeah, and LSU's like, that's our coach. That's our coach, and. Yep. I get that, but it's not the same as Chesney staying or Summerall staying at their schools and getting it done. But I just think Saturday night in Eugene, Oregon could be really, really ugly for JMU and ugly for the committee.
And my thing is, again, I don't fault Kiffin for leaving. Like, if you think you can go better yourself, then by all means.
Yep.
Like, I didn't like how he handled it and how late it was, but I didn't necessarily fault him for leaving Tennessee for USC. Because of the connections and the dream job or whatever. It was just, again, his problem is how he goes about it.
So, and every coach is going to tell you off the record, that is go where you think you could win and be happy even if you're there. But I get it, and he wanted to go to LSU. That's fine. I just don't know how LSU is going to come out and play on Saturday. I know there are a few coaches that have returned to help them out. Tulane's not a bad football team.
No.
But, I mean, I think they'll win this and go forward. It's just that, Kiffin's going to do what Kiffin does, and he did what Kiffin does, and he went to LSU. But I think it'd be fun if the Alabama job comes open, and that's the job he secretly wanted, according to some. But now you're at LSU, so we'll see how it plays. The good thing is it'll play out this weekend on the field.
Real quick, our question of the day is: if you won the lottery, what would be 10% of something you would buy? Doug wants to weigh in on this. Doug, what's up?
Hey man, I submitted an investment idea via text earlier, but I guess I'm calling in after I pondered on it for a bit. This is my redo idea.
All right.
So I came up with this. If I came into a large amount of money, be it lottery or whatever, and I don't do lottery, but I'd go buy the Starwood property and I'd build a stadium. They could even put a roof on it and I'd rent it to Nashville at 10%. I guess what they did to us, but I control 100% of the parking revenue. And heck, they're building this underground railroad right to the airport. Add a few more miles to that thing and run it straight to the Starwood Dome. And I'd sit back like a fat cat.
I don't hate this plan. I'm not going to lie. The Starwood Dome.
You should have kept that plan to yourself, Doug. Now I bring it. Everybody knows that plan now.
Okay, well, that's what's out there. But I'll ask you a sports question after that. With the final antics of Pavia, did he kill or create his 30 for 30?
I think he's contributed to it. I don't think he killed it. I think he definitely contributed to it.
It's a good point.
Yeah,
Dougie.
That's a good one. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate the call. That's a really good one. We'll have more coming in hour number 2, including Terry McCormick, TitanInsider.com at 1:30. We're live at Tennessee Brew Works today. We'll also have your chance for our 12 Days of Christmas with a moment's peace. We'll be listening for that. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here at Tennessee Brew Works. Come by and say hello. We've been having a good time here today. Always love our visits here. Terry McCormick will join us at the bottom of the hour, talk some Titans with him. But continuing the college football playoff discussion as it gets going this weekend.
So here is a list of all the teams. Last time every college football playoff team won a national championship. We'll start number 12 with JMU. When's the last time they won a national championship?
Never.
2016. They won the FCS national title game over Youngstown State, 28-14. Number 11, Tulane.
So they're a founding member of the SEC.
Yes, sir.
Like 1935.
Oh, my gosh. The closest they ever came was 1931. They finished number 2 in the polls. They lost the Rose Bowl to USC, 1931.
Wow.
Number 10, the Miami Hurricanes. The last time they won a national championship.
2001.
Attaboy, who'd they beat?
Who did they beat? Was it USC?
Nebraska. In the Rose Bowl, the BCS national title game. Number 9, Alabama. Where's my spotter? When's the last time they won the national championship?
Is it 20?
Hey, have a seat over there next to our wives. No, wait, get up.
21.
Close.
20.
20. Yeah. They beat who at the Orange Bowl?
So here's the thing. I never remember the loser.
Because you're not a loser, pal.
That's right.
They beat Ohio State.
Or talentless. Yeah, Ohio State. Yeah.
Number 8. When's the last time Oklahoma won a national championship?
That would be Mr. Stoops.
Who was his quarterback? Let's start there.
Was it Jason White?
Josh Heupel.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so like 99?
Go one more the other way.
2000?
There we go.
Okay.
They defeated Florida State 13-2 in the BCS national title game. And that was Chris Winkie, right? He won the Heisman over Heupel. Number 7, Texas A&M. The last time they won a national championship.
Have they ever won it?
They have.
Okay, so like 1963?
1939.
39.
They beat Tulane in the Sugar Bowl to win their national championship.
Ah.
Number 6, Ole Miss. When's the last time Ole Miss won a national championship?
They've never won it.
They have.
They have?
Mm-hmm.
1942.
Go up 20.
62.
There you go. They defeated Arkansas in the
Was that
Sugar Bowl.
Archibald?
That was not.
Okay.
He played like 68 through 70.
All right.
I would have lost a lot of money on this. When's the last time Oregon won a national championship in football?
Okay, Mariota lost.
Correct. They lost in 14 in the title game.
They have won one, though.
Cam Newton beat him in 2010.
Yeah. I want to say like 81, 82.
The Oregon Ducks have never
Okay.
won a national championship.
I would have lost money on that, too.
Number 4, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. When's the last time they won a national championship?
Never.
Never, right? They finished number 11 in the polls in 1938. They lost the Cotton Bowl to St. Mary's. Number 3, the Georgia Bulldogs. When the last time Georgia won the national championship?
22.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Who'd they beat the snot out of in L.A. that nobody watched?
Oh, wasn't it like TCU?
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Yes, 65-7 in that game. Number 2, if you missed this one, I'd ask you to go home. I need a new co-host. The last time Ohio State won a national championship.
Last year.
Attaboy. You remember who they beat last year? I would have totally forgot.
No.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah. Number 1, when's the last time the Indiana Hoosiers won a national championship in football?
Never.
Never. The closest, 1967, finished number 4, lost the Rose Bowl to USC. So number 1, Indiana has never won a national championship. You know what's funny? We don't talk anything about Texas Tech. Nothing.
No, and a lot of people, like we had Chris Childers with us a few weeks ago. A lot of people think they're the sexy pick.
He said they're going to win the national championship. Right now, who wins? Right now.
Georgia.
I'm with you 100%.
Yep.
They just beat the snot out of teams.
I think, but here's the thing. I think they've played with their food a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, and I think that Kirby is a good enough coach, and they have good enough players that it's like literally he walks in the locker room like, all right, boys, let's go ahead and level up.
I'm with you, man. If you watch the second half of the SC championship game versus Alabama, I don't think I've ever seen a team hit as hard as Georgia did on that Saturday evening. I mean, they were punishing Alabama guys. And look, if Alabama loses to Oklahoma, I'm going to go straight back and say, well, Oklahoma beat them because they're a better team. But because Georgia just punished them on that day. And I think Georgia, I don't know, I think Georgia, Oklahoma in the national championship game would be something to see. I just think Georgia is right now is the best team.
So I think, you know what? I'm going to go JMU in an upset over Oregon.
Just stop it. What? Don't try
kidding.
to.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oregon, I say Oregon by 40
easily.
Oregon by a lot.
JMU's never seen that speed.
Oklahoma beats Alabama in overtime.
Oh, okay.
I say overtime.
I think it's like 19-7.
I think that might be the closest one of the weekend.
And I think the Venable story is great because look, we talked about like he's on the high. I mean, nobody likes him out there, and you can't go 6-6 in Oklahoma. But damn, that's a good team. And then they got that kicker in his Daisy Dukes. That's kicker of the year, by the way.
Yeah,
he won the Lou Groza Award.
Ole Miss. I think Tulane may cover this 17.5, but Ole Miss wins by probably 10.
Who does Ole Miss win? If they win, who do they play next week?
Georgia.
Oh man.
So I have Ole Miss. I say Texas A&M beats Miami pretty good.
If A&M wins, who they get?
Ohio State.
Who gets Texas Tech?
Texas Tech would be Oregon. So then I would say Texas Tech wins. I think Oklahoma beats Indiana.
There you go.
I think Georgia beats Ole Miss.
Georgia.
A&M Ohio State. I don't know, man.
At the shoe?
No, it's at the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, okay.
That
right.
favors A&M.
I don't know. I've played anybody, man.
I'd probably go A&M in a close game. If I handicap that, I'm probably saying Ohio State minus 1.5.
Okay.
Maybe.
So it's a pick 'em, right? Basically?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good.
So then I'd say Georgia, Texas A&M. I still take Georgia. Texas Tech, Oklahoma. I'd probably lean Tech, and then you got Georgia Tech in the championship. And I take Georgia.
Yeah. I think people like that, and that's down in Miami.
It's different.
Yeah, it is, right? And I don't know. I think just Georgia is poised. But look, we all like to see James Madison beat Oregon, right? Tulane beat Ole Miss. I mean, it'd be fun to watch that and upset the apple cart, all that goes with that. But just a tall task. I think if there's an upset, I think Tulane upsets Ole Miss, not James Madison, Oregon. I just don't think James Madison has seen that type of speed all year long. And that's because they're in the Sun Belt, right? And so Tulane's in the America, and they play a lot of good teams in there that have speed and just up the road. But if there's an upset, I think Tulane would upset Ole Miss. I don't think it'll happen, but if there's one that you look at, that's the closest one.
Cam Ward is supposed to speak now at 1:30, so Terry McCormick going to join us coming up next. We'll talk about the Titans with him before Cam gets to the podium. We'll do that live from Tennessee Brew Works. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Five the game here on this Wednesday at Tennessee Brewers. I just compared Big Joe to a cat, so that's where
Got the
we're
same.
at.
I got the zoomies. I don't know what's going on right now. Probably the 13 Diet Cokes I've drank here.
He's like, you need a squirt bottle. I'm like, you're like a cat. Just spray you. Spray you when you scratch on the furniture. Let's bring in Terry McCormick, Titan Insider, with us now. How you doing, Terry?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing fantastic. Have you memorized the new Titans roster, because it has changed quite a bit in the last few days with Kevin Winston, Xavier Woods, Mike Brown all going on IR. They brought in a couple of safeties I've never heard of. They've brought in a guard from Cleveland that they claimed on waivers, and then you got Oladejo, Bryce Oliver, and Ollie Gay that have been designated to return to practice. So quite a few changes.
Yeah, the wheels have been spinning quite a bit, mostly out of necessity because, like you said, the injuries to three different safeties and all in the first half of Sunday's game against the 49ers kind of necessitated that. So, this is a team that, is at the bottom of the league. So you're probably going to benefit some by taking a look at as many players as you can over this final 3 weeks of the season. And, if you find one guy it can be in your plans going forward for next year, then it's probably worth it.
It's really disappointing that Kevin Winston is shut down for the year after getting hurting, I think it was a hamstring, because I've been intrigued by him. I think he's played well. I don't think he's gotten full opportunities yet, and so I think these last full games were going to be important for him. But where are you on him and his development as you look forward to next year?
Well, I think he's probably one of their two starters next year, at the deep safety position, along with Amani Hooker. I know that they had moved him into the nickel after they traded Roger McCrary and after, Jalen Armour-Davis went down and they needed to move Marcus Harris outside. But I think ideally they would like him to be one of their deep safeties next year and move Marcus Harris back to the nickel and then figure out something to do on the outside at cornerback, as they need to completely revamp the secondary. But Winston, he had his moments where he looked really good. And I think one of the things that he brought to the table too was he was a pretty good blitzer out of that nickel, that big nickel package. He got a sack, got a tackle for loss on a couple of plays. So, he's one of the more promising guys on this roster if he can just find a way to stay healthy.
Terry McCormick is with us on the very popular Chasing Big Joe show. Terry, somebody asked me this last night, and I had to laugh. In your wildest dream, memory, thought, anything going forward, is Mike McCoy have a shot at being the head coach of the Titans in 26?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think his only hope would have been, if this team had somehow gotten hot and reeled off, won 4 out of the last 5 or something like that, then they might have had to give it consideration. But I think they need to go a completely different direction. I think they need to be in a situation where they can just kind of clear the decks and, move forward, anew, trying to find somebody that can maximize Cam Ward going forward.
Absolutely with that. And then, let me ask you this. Do you think Brinker has his guy already?
No, I think they're going through the process. I think that they are, going to try and talk to as many people as they can, but I think they probably will end up zeroing in on 2 or 3. And I think, some of the candidates that, you'll obviously hear brought up are Mike McCarthy, who had a connection with Brinker back in Green Bay, Matt Nagy, who has a connection with Borgonzi from Kansas City. And then, it's also interesting, I heard you guys talking earlier, I think, about Robert Saleh as a possibility. I know you talked about how you like him. I mean, he's a guy that might be deserving of another shot because, the New York Jets are famous for ruining coaches and quarterbacks.
Right.
Maybe he can overcome that.
Let me ask you this. Let's say it's Matt Nagy, which the connection is to Borgonzi. Would that just be, okay, that's the guy they went with? Or would that be an indication that maybe Borgonzi is getting more in favor with Amy and Brinker is falling out of favor with Amy?
No, I don't think that that's the indication. I think that if they went with a guy like Nagy, I feel like that they feel like that he would be the guy that they need to lead this organization going forward, that he would be the guy that could bring out the best in Cam Ward, the guy that could oversee the construction of the roster along with Borgonzi and Brinker to kind of bring this thing back to life. He did a pretty decent job his first couple of years in Chicago. I mean, a lot of people forget, he won, I think it was 11 games with Mitch Trubisky at quarterback. So that's not the worst thing in the world to have on your resume, that you've done it, without having, superior play at the quarterback position, not necessarily,
You're exactly right. Terry, 3 games left for this team. The Chiefs, the Saints, and the Jaguars. What do you think you need to see from this football team? Because, I'm not a believer anymore that things carry over. Like, you got the momentum the next year because half this team won't be here, and they got no coaching change. Everything goes on. But these last 3 games, what do you think we're going to see on the field for the Titans?
I think you're going to probably see more of the same, the way things have looked.
Yay.
With a lot of young players and a lot of guys, learning on the fly. Here's what I want to see, and tell me if you guys disagree with this. But what I want to see in somewhere in these 3 games, I want to see Cam Ward take control and have his signature moment of willing this team down the field and getting, and keeping them in a game and having a chance to win it, maybe pulling it out. You look at the way Brock Purdy played on Sunday. I mean, Brock Purdy's probably a top 15 quarterback in the league. Is that fair?
Yeah.
So, but Brock Purdy dissected them on Sunday. Brock Purdy dictated what was going to happen in that game completely with the way he was able to operate that 49ers offense. I know this is a terrible team. I know Cam Ward is a rookie quarterback, but sometime before this season's over, I'd like to see the guy have his signature game and be able to put the team on his back a little bit and move this offense consistently down the field with his playmaking. We've seen a flash of it here and a flash of it there, but we haven't seen it in a complete game. And, if we're being honest, even Will Levis showed us that, 3 or 4 games, in the year and a half that he started. There were 3 or 4 times where he had you really believing that he could be the guy going forward. And, with Cam Ward, I know he's a rookie, but I need to see that signature moment from him in one of these final 3 games.
Why do you think we've not seen that?
That's a good question. I mean, that's a good question. Some of it's on him. Some of it's on the poor supporting cast. Some of it's on just, I guess, the kind of losing that's permeated this building over the last 3 or 4 years. It's just hard to shake that off. And, the roster, wasn't very good to begin with, and now it's kind of decimated with injuries at different spots. But, I don't, to be honest with you, I can't put my finger on why we haven't seen that, exactly, but I think there are probably a lot of factors involved.
How many have you covered this team since they showed up in Nashville?
I covered this team since the year in Memphis. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Is this the worst you've ever, I know we talk all the time about bad things, and I trust me, I want to talk positive as much as I can, but is this as bad as it's been for the Titans that you've seen since 97?
Yes, this is the worst team I've seen them put on the field. I think the only team that comes close, I mean, we thought last year was bad. Last year's team would probably beat this team by a touchdown. And, and the thing of it is, the worst team that I've witnessed was probably the year that Ken Wisenhunt was coaching, and they were running through, Zach Mettenberger and Charlie Whitehurst, and, Dick Walker was hurt. That team was horrendous, but I think this team may be worse.
Oh my gosh.
Terry McCormick is with us. What do we think Cam Ward's going to have to say today?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, he's generally pretty level-headed when he talks. He's not going to say anything that's going to, be too controversial, I don't think. But I think, he's probably just going to say that he needs to play better and he wants to continue to improve is probably what's on the docket from him here in a few minutes.
Well, that's unfortunate that we didn't get the Plain Insider this week. So
that's right. Terry, real quick, Mitch in Bellevue says, tell Terry for me that it was a pleasure to bowl with him at George Plaster's event a few weeks ago. Look at you, Terry, making a difference in somebody's life bowling.
There you go. Hey, Mitch is, he's the one that paid to, be in the tournament and donated to the charity. So he's the one making the difference in kids' lives. So that's great. I enjoyed it. I really did.
Good.
Terry, we appreciate it as always. Thanks for moving around for us. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Terry McCormick, TitanInsider.com. We're live today at Tennessee Brewworks. All right, the time has come, Joe. Do you have a caller number
Yes.
to give out?
In honor of Cam Ward, because we still believe in him, in honor of Cam Ward, let's go number 6.
Well done. Caller number 6 will win a $100 gift card for A Moment's Peace located at 9050 Carruthers Parkway in Franklin, and also qualify to win the grand prize of a $1,000 Genesis Diamonds gift card. Caller number 6, 615-737-1025. Good luck. More coming from Tennessee Brewworks. Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni, 102.5 The Game. The song goes out to Ricky, Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game.
Is there a reason why?
I don't know. I just was being silly.
It sounds okay. I get all that. Well done there.
Live at Tennessee Brew Works today here on 1025 The Game. Appreciate Terry McCormick for joining us. Ryan O'Reilly will join us in the 2 o'clock hour. So look forward to that as the Predators have been hot as of late.
Big game tonight versus Hurricanes. Are they
Carolina.
They're in first place in the
There
Metro. I about said something else right there.
They are.
In the Metro division of the hockey. Metro something.
I know where you were going.
Metro. It's a name for somebody that's in tune with themselves and looks snazzy, you know?
Enlighten me, Joe. I'm not too sure I'm familiar.
I'd say a Dean Martin type guy that's comfortable in his own socks, right?
I don't think so.
No, I think Dean Martin. You know, Dean Martin was comfortable in his own.
Yeah, but I don't think the way you're describing it's the same correction there.
Well, there's the Western Conference and there's the Metro Conference, and then that's how you play it. You win your conference and you advance on.
Gotcha. Hey, Chase, you want to go to the game tonight?
Sure. You got tickets?
He's got plenty of tickets for this weekend.
Yeah. Might have a connection there.
You know, it's funny. You boys weren't alive when the Metro Conference actually meant something, was a real thing back in the 80s and 90s. I don't know when Metro Conference went away.
I remember
Louisville, Florida State, Southern Miss. Who am I leaving out?
So
Tulane.
The Metro Conference went away in 95.
Okay.
So, I mean, I was around.
Who were the teams?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
In the wait, this all right. The charter members were Cincinnati, Georgia Tech, Louisville, Memphis, St. Louis, and Tulane.
What year was that? Like 50s?
I guess the charter members. The Metro Conference was founded in 1975 with institutions that were located in urban metro areas. The charter, I just said that. Florida State joined in 1976 while South Carolina turned down the invitation. In 1978, Georgia Tech left for the ACC. And 1979, Virginia Tech took its spot. In 1982, St. Louis left to join the Midwestern Collegiate Conference, now known as the Horizon League, while Southern Miss took its spot the same year. South Carolina finally joined in 1983. In 1985, West Virginia was in talks to replace Tulane, but they went to the A-10, or stayed in the A-10. Tulane was readmitted in 1989. 1991, Florida State left for the ACC, and South Carolina left for the SEC.
Well, it's a lot of move, but the 80s, it was fun because they were like the stepchild that nobody played with. But Cincinnati and Southern Miss and Tulane and Memphis and Florida State. I remember when Southern Miss upset, was it Florida State? I mean, Brett Favre was going crazy one game, and they would always play like that early Jefferson Pilot game. It'd be like, it's Auburn versus Southern Miss today, or it's Ole Miss taking on Memphis. I mean, those games, but it was just a lot of fun before money and everything else got involved and everything in the Metro Conference.
So there was a proposed super conference in 1990. The study was conducted by Raycom Sports. The conference would have included members of the Metro, the Atlantic 10, and the Big East, but it was not clear if the conference would become a football sponsoring conference. The original study plan also included Penn State, which was invited to join the Big Ten in 1989. So the proposed, what it would have been was Boston College, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Rutgers, Syracuse, Temple, Virginia Tech, West Virginia, East Carolina, Florida State, Louisville, Memphis State, Miami, South Carolina, Southern Miss, Tulane, and then I guess Penn State.
On and on. You know, good, because Hasselbeck brothers didn't want any of that smoke from the South. They didn't want to go down to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, or Memphis and take those teams on like that. But it's just like, look, I mean, it's always, look, that's 1990. They're proposing a super conference. Yeah. So all this talk has always been around about super conferences and more and more and more. But then, you know, SEC added in 92, added South Carolina, Arkansas. And then was it 12 added A&M and Missouri. And then 2 years ago added Texas and Oklahoma. It's not going to stop, obviously. Who's next? Should they gobble? You get 2 more teams
For the SEC,
for this. Who do you get? 2 more teams.
Miami, Florida State.
I go North Carolina.
And Duke.
Duke can stay over there. We don't want Duke. North Carolina and Miami.
That would work.
Because you got to think because you got to build your basketball. So there's your North Carolina.
You know who would
tradition.
You know who would fight Duke? Vandy. Because Vandy loves holding that academic. We're the academic school.
Right. They do. Yeah. So that gets you up to 18. But I think getting Miami, now you get that whole the top 10 market down in Miami and Fort Lauderdale and all South Florida.
They're gonna. I think
and all
the next expansion is 20. I think they add 4.
Then you go 4 divisions of 5 or 5 divisions of 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they did get away with the conference championship. That's going to go away. And then it's all changing, man.
I think because like the ACC is going to go away because they've stepped on their own feet for way too long. So I think like I could see the SEC taking Miami, maybe Clemson, North Carolina.
But if you look at the ACC, are their TV markets bigger than the SEC? Is Nashville the biggest, or Austin the biggest TV market in the SEC?
It's a great question.
Because it's not Birmingham. Birmingham's in the 30s. Nashville and Austin are in the upper 20s.
It's probably.
But the ACC's got Boston. You got Boston.
Do you count Atlanta because Georgia?
You kind of can, so I guess you would.
I mean, I think they would count them. Atlanta would count them.
So look at ACC. Boston for Boston College.
Yeah.
You
Charlotte.
get Miami.
You
get Charlotte. You get the whole state of North Carolina just because of all that. Louisville. Louisville's a top 30 market. By the way, Louisville got spanked last night by the Vols. I don't watch college basketball until March, but it popped up my timeline.
Well, right now, what's Berkeley close to? Is it San Francisco?
Oh, God, I forgot about all that.
Because Cal and Sanford.
I forgot. Yeah, San Francisco's a top 5 market. But I don't think they care about Cal.
They don't.
San Francisco.
Do you think eventually schools like Cal and SC and UCLA, like they kind of go, all right, maybe we need to rethink this, and there's some version of the Pac-12 that reemerges?
Because when they get that Big Ten check of about $40 million,
true.
Here's $40 million just for existing. Okay, thank you. And then they could figure out travel. They do all. I mean, they're able to get through it now. I mean, that's like USC gets beat when they go play 11 o'clock or big noon kickoff games. They're done. It's just tough for them to compete. But that's the world they've created they wanted to be in. But when they get those Big Ten checks, that's why people are like, before Vanderbilt, you hear Vanderbilt all the time. Oh, get Vandy out of the SEC. They're not leaving, especially
they're
now.
Founding member.
They're getting 40, 45 million. They're not going anywhere. And good. They're here to stay for a while.
I'll be curious too. Like if you did 2 super conferences, and let's say it's 24 in each one, or 32 in each one. I mean, who gets left out? Like if it's the SEC, and the Big Ten, and they basically are like, "Hey, we're gonna go do our thing." You're gonna lead, like you're gonna kick some people out.
What's wrong with it now?
Nothing. I mean, what was wrong with it 10 years ago?
I mean, the Big 12's doing fine. I mean, their NIL is really good. The guys that bought into Texas Tech and look what they're doing. Some fun football there. I mean, it's not going to be the SEC football. I get all that, but see, I like it now. You get the Power 4 and the Group of 5. That's good.
I liked it like pre-2012. You had, like, I was fine with bringing in South Carolina and Arkansas, whatever. They've been around pretty much as long as I've been alive. They've been in the SEC. So I was fine before Missouri and A&M joined because you had the Big 12. Like, you remember the Big 12 championship game used to be badass.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was awesome.
Did.
You know, and so you had the Big 12. You had the Big 10 that hadn't, I think they had 12 teams at the time. The ACC was solid. The Pac-12 was solid, or the Pac-10 was solid. And we, they just had to go mess it all up.
It's always, you weren't born yet, but Vandy fans have been around a while. You remember what Beano Cook said, and it got you guys all irate. Said the only way Vanderbilt ever win the SEC is the other 9 teams go on probation. And, man, that set off a firestorm. I think it was like 81 or 82, and that's the year that Vandy actually went to a bowl game and played Air Force at the All-American Bowl down in Birmingham. So it's all evolving. It's going to change next year and after that. You all wanted all this chaos in college football, and it's fun to talk about it. But, when it was 4 teams, the 5th and 6th were going to yelp. But you knew the 5th and 6th team, like we've talked about this before, the teams in the college football playoff, there's maybe 3 that could win this, right? None of those schools ain't winning the national championship.
You're right.
So you want to add more schools in there. You got more schools who aren't going to win it, and you guys know this.
Well, because they think they can get the same magic in football that you get with the NCAA tournament. But what happens in the NCAA basketball tournament every year?
Yeah.
You have your upsets, and everybody gets excited with your Loyola Chicagos and your VCUs and all that stuff. But what ultimately always ends up happening?
Yeah. What's the
team that's supposed to win it wins it?
Is it Villanova? I'm gonna do this real quick before the break. What's the lowest? Who was the lowest seed to ever win the NCAA championship basketball? And I think it was Villanova in '85. Is that correct? They were number 8. The lowest seed to ever win the NCAA men's basketball championship is a number 8 seed, a feat accomplished by Villanova in 1985. They famously upset the heavily favored number 1 seed Georgetown Hoyas in a thrilling final game. So, these upsets ain't happening all the way to the national championship. They're not.
By the way, AI is very weird.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Is that Peyton Manning, a Vanderbilt jersey
Yes.
in a packed Dudley Field?
Yes. I just saw this on Twitter. There's an account called Door Manning, and it's a photoshopped or AI picture of Peyton from college, and he's wearing a number 16 Vanderbilt jersey.
God, he
and
looks
so
terrible
weird.
in that. Does he not? You're used to seeing him in orange and white.
Yeah, it's just weird, man.
Hey, I have to triple check down AI.
Oh yeah, I never know.
I got burned on the AI the other day, and our friend Ricky called me out on it. But hey, I'm team no delete, people. I own up to my mistake. It was this video where, did you see it the other day?
No, but I'm laughing at the one I'm showing you.
There's a video of a place that says this place exists where it's an animal shelter, but the dog chooses you. And so these people are sitting around this big room, and these dogs all come in and they choose their owner. And I'm like, oh man, that is so awesome, beautiful, and wonderful. And it was AI. I was like, I'm done for today. I'm done for today because I fall for anything. Dogs and elephants, you got me, man. Do you know about elephants, Chase? Dr. Crane, do you know this?
Enlighten me.
Elephants see us, humans, the same way we see dogs.
I was waiting for that.
Go tell Woody and Jim that. I tell them that once a week. That's how we see. So we love elephants, man. They're so sweet until they step on you. But I'm telling you, they see us the same way we see dogs. I mean, I have to pet every dog that comes around. There were dogs here at Tennessee Brewworks last time we were petting.
Yep. Coming up next, more dog stories from Big Joe. We're live at Tennessee Brewworks, chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, the Beach Boys. Bringing us back here from Tennessee Brew Works. We'll talk to Ryan O'Reilly coming up here in just a few minutes. You asked me during the break if I could bring up the odds for the college football playoff.
Yeah, Vegas is always correct.
So here are the odds to win it all,
Okay.
to win the national championship. The longest odds at plus 75,000, which means if you bet $1, you would win $750 if one of these teams won the national championship.
Okay.
Tulane and James Madison.
Holy cow. So if you put 50 down, what do you win? I'm terrible with math.
If you put 50 down, you would win $37,500.
I mean, they call it gambling for a reason, man.
At 45-1, Oklahoma.
What?
Mm-hmm. Which would win you about $2,200 if you put 50 down. Yep.
Really?
Plus 4,500 Oklahoma.
JoJo makes notation of this.
Miami is 25-1. At 22-1, both Ole Miss and Alabama. 19-1 is Texas A&M. Plus 850, Texas Tech and Oregon. And then you got Georgia at plus 600, Indiana at plus 310, and Ohio State at plus 195. So they are the favorite.
Okay. All right. So if you put $50 down at 650, you win nothing, basically, right?
Yeah. So to make the quarterfinal, if you wanted to do something like that, James Madison's plus 1160, Tulane's plus 590.
Okay.
Miami plus 136, and then Oklahoma minus 102, Bama minus 118, A&M minus 164, Ole Miss minus 900, and Oregon minus 2,800.
That Oklahoma to win the national championship, 45-1.
Yeah, that's a
what? And Georgia is plus 300.
Georgia is plus 600.
600. Okay.
Which that's not bad.
Not at all. Oh Lord.
I mean, you put 50, that's $300.
That's right, man. It's $250 more than you had before.
Yep.
So
Oh, are we doing this?
yeah, let's do it.
Clay. Hello, Clay.
Was that planned?
No, it was not. Call back, Clay.
So Clay had his big meeting with Candace yesterday. For those, a quick backstory: Clay was banned from Vanderbilt's campus for flipping off an Arkansas basketball player on the court after he hit all these three-point shots years ago. Clay was banned from campus. Now, he's done this grassroots program to get back on campus. He had a meeting with the athletic director yesterday, Candace Story-Lee. I don't know how this went.
Which good on her for doing that.
Right. I do know that Clay allegedly brought his pastor with him. So we'll see if Clay would call back, and we'll see what this can do, because I'm curious to see how this goes.
Dr. Crane accidentally hung up on you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That was so perfect.
I was gonna click the top line, and then my finger hit both pictures. Both
Just don't
buttons.
ask Clay about Mario Moore. Clay, call back. We know you're listening. He's probably outside Tennessee Brew Works right now looking at us.
He's going to just walk in smiling here in a second.
With his talons.
All right, Clay, we got Ryan O'Reilly coming up, but then call back at like 2:15, and we'll hear about this. That'll be great. Ryan O'Reilly is going to join us next from Tennessee Brew Works, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Wednesday. Predators will be back in action tonight at Bridgestone Arena to start a 3-game homestand against the Carolina Hurricanes, and coming fresh off a 5-2 win in St. Louis. A guy that spent a lot of time in the Lou, Ryan O'Reilly, joins us now on the program. Ryan, good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I know you it's always fun to go back to a former team and beat them, right? That's got to feel good.
Oh yeah, especially twice in the last few days here, which is it always feels good. Obviously, spent some time there. 4.5 years. So it was good to get those wins. It's good feeling around the room right now, and we got a tough test tonight.
And you've got a couple of hat tricks again. Well, Stammer had the 4-goal game, and then Phil with a hat trick the other night, and you assisted on a couple of those plays. I mean, Phil seems to be kind of getting into his groove right now.
Oh yeah, you can see. He's so dangerous with that shot of his, and he could have had. I think he ran a couple off the crossbar too in that game as well. But it's so lethal, his shot. Anytime you get him the puck anywhere in a dangerous spot, the way he could just releases it, it's very unique release that he has. The way it comes off his stick and the way he shoots it is so different, and obviously we can all see it gives goalies a hard time. So it's it's fun watching it. It's fun playing with him too. Just got to get the puck over to him, and he makes something happen.
You're a guy that holds yourself accountable when things aren't going well, whether it's personal performance or the team as a whole. When things are going well, like they are right now, and I know the job isn't done, do you allow yourself to have fun and enjoy the moment? Because you guys are playing some pretty good hockey right now.
Oh yeah, no. It's the season's a roller coaster, and as much as you want to be even keel, I think it's the opposite. I think you gotta, when you're winning, it should be good. It should be fun coming in. When you're losing, it should be miserable. And I think that's what gets the best, out of guys and myself. And might be different than some people think, but no, when things are going good, it's I always say winning cures everything. And the energy around the room, it's so much better. There's just excitement, guys. I know for myself, you just feel lighter out there. You feel like you're getting the bounces, and you're not, overthinking things. You're just finding ways to win, and that's it's a much better feeling, and we want to hold on to it as long as we can.
Ryan O'Reilly is with us on the Chasing Big Joe show. I asked Stammer this question last week, and I'll ask you the same thing. Is it so much that you guys have changed stuff, or have you kind of kept with it? And it's kind of like a pitcher in baseball. You keep working through it, and eventually things are going to fall your way like they have over the course of the last few games.
Yeah, I think there is, minor adjustments that you do make, and but it is a lot of just sticking with it. It was dark there a little while ago. I think no one felt good about anything. But, we kept working, we kept pushing on it, and started to get momentum. And it's, this game, like any sport too, you build momentum, and you see how much easier things get, and you see a team, see us kind of building something and starting to find it. And it's, I give you guys credit. We're now, we're a couple wins away of being back up to 500 and back in a playoff spot. So it's, we got a lot of work left, but you can see we're starting to kind of, find our groove as a team, and give guys credit. It's, there was a lot of, miserable days, and we kept working through it. And we're going to keep doing that. And we know what, I think we have a better picture of what our game looks like when we're at our best. And that earlier in the year wasn't, we weren't sure about it. And, we kind of found it, and got to keep adding to it.
What do you see from some of the youngsters that are contributing? We've seen Reed Schaefer come up and make an impact. Obviously, Wood has really come into his own, and others as well. So what have you seen from those youngsters?
Yeah, Schaefer's obviously, uses his big body very well. He's physical. He wins battles, and see some of the goals too he scored. Just winning a battle and taking to the net, and he's so strong and handles the puck so well. It's so it's really fun to see and watch him get rewarded for it too. And guys like Woody too, who's so smooth out there for especially his size, his big body, the way he handles the puck is impressive, and the way he creates. It's nice to see these young guys contributing. And I think in order to win, it's got to be everyone. It's the game's too tough if you don't have a couple guys going. And I feel veteran guys are pushing, and the young guys are pushing too, and it's fun to watch.
Everyone in the league has to deal with the condensed schedule, with the Olympics and all of that. But do you feel like that this has almost been beneficial for you guys, that you're locked into a rhythm and you just kind of keep it going until the holiday break?
Yeah, I kind of like it. It is, it can be tough when you're playing the 3 and 4s and, getting to travel. And, we haven't really been out west yet, which, once you're kind of coming back and forth from that can take a toll. But, kind of like you're saying, when you're in a rhythm and you're kind of playing every other night, it's good. It's easy to get into it. And kind of use that momentum. So it is beneficial for that, for sure.
Ryan O'Reilly is with us on the Chasing Big Joe show. So Carolina comes in tonight. I mean, this is a tough team. You guys know this. You saw them a few weeks ago. What are some things that maybe you've looked at that you can combat against them tonight?
Yeah, I guess put it lightly, they spanked us last game in Carolina, and it was disappointing when we were kind of starting to build something. So, we got a revenge game. We have to go back at these guys. It's going to be a tough challenge. They're a very good team. They work. They're very disciplined within their structure. We have to be more aggressive. I think we have to be more physical than we were last game against them. And, I think we got caught on our heels last game too, where we kind of weren't sure how they were going to come. And, when you do that, it's a tough game to play. So, for us, it's, let's be more physical. Let's go ready to, get back at them and just be on our toes. Trust our structure, trust our system, and be more aggressive.
I'm always curious. Ryan O'Reilly is with us. When Bruno, will do his post-game press conference and everything, and even in a loss, he will point out, hey, we actually played a good game. They just were able to score more goals. Or essentially, when you guys hear that okay, we're doing the right things, we're playing well, but you lose. I mean, what is that like in having that discussion? Because I have a feeling, I've been in those locker rooms, that it's more or less like, we lost, so we don't feel good.
Yeah, there's I think there's so many different ways to take a game, and I think obviously you win no matter what. Everyone's feeling good about it. Even if it's not your best effort, you found a way to win. And when you lose, I think there are times where you can be proud of the effort. There is something there. I think Bruno does a great job at letting us know that when it is, a good game and might not get the result, but we don't need to deviate from the way we played. And, the game against something like Carolina, when, it wasn't great. So, he's there to tell us that, that's not going to fly for us if we want to win hockey games. So I think he does a great job with that balance, and it's just a part of the game that way.
You'll see Minnesota as the last game before the holiday break. Obviously, they made a pretty big move acquiring Quinn Hughes. So what does that, and you obviously got to take care of some business before then, but what does that do, adding him to the Central Division?
Yeah, there's some pretty good D-man in the Central Division, and so he's just adds to it. It's going to be tough. Minnesota's already a team that's been rolling too, and you add him to the mix. He's one of the best D in the league. His playmaking ability, it's they're contenders for sure. They're going to be a tough challenge for us, but we're excited. Once that game comes, I think we'll be excited for them, and it's going to be hard.
Ryan, appreciate the time as always, my man. Good luck tonight, and good luck the rest of the way before the holiday break. And if I don't talk to you, have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thanks very much. You as well. Thanks for having me.
Ryan O'Reilly joining us here on the program. We'll come back, react to some of that and much more from Tennessee Brewworks today. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
Hey guys, Big Joe here. Look, we spent a lot of time on our show talking about mental health. Tonight's the big Powerball. We've been talking about what we do if we got the money and we win and everything, all the great things. I'm telling you, it'll be a great message for me tomorrow about the Powerball is if somebody got me a notice and said, hey, you know what? I've reached out and started talking to somebody because I wanted to improve my life. To me, that is winning the Powerball, and I want that for you. That's why we're so honored to be partnering with Unity Psychiatric Care, just a tremendous organization right here in Middle Tennessee for you to get well, and it works. I'm telling you, it works. Just go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chasing Big Joe show, and there you'll see a link to Unity Psychiatric Care. So many have reached out to us these last 2 years, and now we got a partner that cares about you. And listen, you don't have to go through any of this alone. It's private, it's confidential, and yes, they offer telehealth. Or you can call 1-888-508-8002. That's 1-888 508-8002. And this is also very important. If you have a loved one who needs to talk and you are worried, you could be that person that changes their world. Also, go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chasing Big Joe show, and on the right side, all the information you need for Unity Psychiatric Care is right there. We tell you all the time how great our world is because you are in it. We need you here. We love you. We need you here. We need you strong, and this is how you can get strong, get back on the right track. Help is just around the corner, and listen, you don't have to go through any of this alone.
Yo, I don't.
Vanilla Ice. Chasing Big Joe on
What's
a
the name of the
2-5.
song?
Ice Ice Baby.
Get to work, boy.
What is up with you today?
Ice, ice, baby.
I don't know
Oh, man.
I don't know what to do anymore. Save me, doctor.
Not bring me Diet Cokes, man.
We've determined that Joe is like a cat because cats don't care. And they just like go claw your furniture
Well,
and
I
everything. We
think-
need a spray bottle for you.
I get really manic in the afternoon sometimes, and so I can't stop. Anyway, big night Powerball, $1.25 billion is what it's worth. Cash options, $570 million. Our question today is, if you could buy 10% of anything, sports team, business, what would you buy 10% of? And I lost the text earlier, but on our text line, 615-737-1025. If I can find it. Jonathan says he would buy 10% of NVIDIA. It's a company that makes the super powerful computer chips to run things like video games and, more importantly now, AI. I mean, that's a win-win, right? 10% in that world?
There was one I saw that said it recession-proof, so alcohol sales, cigarettes, and there was one other thing.
Yes. He had Bitcoin on there, too.
Yeah, Bitcoin, but then there was one other thing that he had that was like 10%, everything is recession-proof.
I can't do the Bitcoin thing. I'm not smart enough.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
To all that. So 10%, I would buy Netflix. You were going to buy what? 10% into racing?
Richard Childress Racing, yeah.
And then Dr. Crane with the winner is going to buy 10% into Hanes T-shirts.
Correct. Is it
Right?
umbrellas into underwear and socks and the necessities?
I watched this guy the other night on Instagram. He's like a mental health guy. He's really good. He says for guys that, in mental health wise, to feel good about themselves, sometimes need to dress up, buy themselves a black T-shirt and a pair of jeans and go to dinner that way. And he goes, there's something about wearing a black T-shirt and a pair of jeans makes you powerful and to go to dinner like that. I found it fascinating. So when you brought up the T-shirt part, I was like, okay, this is all weird now because I'm watching this guy talk about T-shirts. And then Dr. Crane, you pop up with the T-shirt.
I mean, T-shirts are a safe haven in some regard. I mean, a black T-shirt and jeans, you might as well call yourself a T-bird because you're the coolest person on the planet. I mean,
right?
That's why you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, man, you feel good though. You know, T-shirts are. You watch all those guys in the 50s and the 60s, all with the greasers, right? Wearing the T-shirts. It's always been around.
Grease lightning.
Yeah. I was sent a funny Twitter post by Hard Rock Bet. They have the top landing spots for Tua Tagovailoa next year.
Okay.
Number 1, the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
Number 2, the New York Jets.
Do you think they want him? After seeing how they
know.
play him twice a year.
Number 3, the Las Vegas Raiders.
I can see that.
Number 4, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They'll need a quarterback.
They need a quarterback. And my personal favorite, again, this is on Hard Rock Bet. Number 5, Publix.
Oh my gosh!
Join Dan Moore Jr.
And I said to Ricky and Amber that sent this, I said he would probably screw up my pub sub.
Yeah, probably would.
If you don't mess with my pub sub.
That's as good as the Diego Pavia, where he goes see him in 5 years.
Oh, no.
They had like Walmart greeter, oil change mechanic, all this other stuff that goes on. I mean, the internet, my friends, will forever remain undefeated.
Oh,
in
yeah.
everything that it does.
You showed me something yesterday.
Oh my God! I showed Dr. Crane too. I mean, it's always funny. So, I mean, are you going to play Powerball tonight?
Yeah, I'll probably go get like $20 and put. So what? That's 5 tickets or 10 tickets or
it's 10 tickets. Yeah. Don't do the power play. You don't need the power play.
No.
Just go buy your tickets.
I'll let the
tonight.
Predators do that.
Yeah. All right. I'll do a lot of power plays tonight. Dr. Crane, are you going?
Absolutely.
Now, remember, we told you guys this is unscientific, but the Powerball is like 70% of the time is a derivative of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 21, 24. So 18, 21, 24. So remember that tonight when you're making your Powerball.
Do you pick your own numbers or do you do the quick pick?
I do quick pick up top because I'm not smart and I do my own Powerball numbers.
Okay.
So I always use 21 and 13. Big Dan Marino fan. So when I win Powerball, I'll send Marino.
Yeah, I always do 3.
There you go.
Yep.
You know who was fascinated by threes? Elvis.
I think I did know that.
I mean,
because he had 3 of everything, right?
Fascinating.
3 TVs, 3.
Man, I had 3 houses. I had 3 gold. I had 3 girlfriends. I had 3 everything, man. But it was always the number 3 was the powerful number for anything that get into number 3.
I'm that way too. Like I love like 3s, like 33, 333. Like,
Yeah,
absolutely.
3. So if you won, would you buy anything like open a business here? Would you reopen? I know Dr. Crane would do the restaurant, but would you do?
Yeah, I mean, I would invest in. I mean, look, if I won and Dr. Crane didn't, I would help him out with getting his thing going,
Restaurant
for
going?
sure. And
Very kind of you.
absolutely. But my thing would be, I wouldn't want to manage anything. I'd hire people that could run it.
I don't trust people.
I would have input on some things, but I don't want to do the day to day.
I mean, I know some business owners who are like you, but then watch surveillance cameras of the people in their business all day long. I'm like, just go to work.
The thing is, like, if we're talking, so like if I decided, hey, I want to, either approach the fine folks that own Loveless and buy that back, or open Paschetti's or whatever that my family's own, I would have the means to do it right, at this point. Right?
Sure.
Like if we're talking Powerball money. So in that case, I would probably be a little more hands-on, because I know I could hire the right management people. But like Dad's whole thing was, I don't want you working until 2 a.m. and having to close the restaurant down, or having to deal with going to the bank and all that stuff all the time. So
hire somebody to do that. There's a business owner in town. I'm not, who you are. I'm not going to say, because I think you're great, that pays his staff above and beyond because he doesn't want them stealing from him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I might look at it as you get a piece.
Yeah. So you just pay your staff, and I don't trust a lot of people, and that's my fault. So I would be, I don't know. I'd buy something. I don't know. Maybe I'd open a Tootsie's in Key West. Dr. Crane, you want to run my Tootsie's in Key West for me?
Sure. Just the restaurant.
No, it's the bar. You'd run the bar, everything.
Okay. I just make sure there's nothing else attached to that.
I'd pay you really well if you'd live in Key West.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll do that.
You could open a Lorenzo's in Nashville and a Lorenzo's in Key West.
Yeah.
The side of I'll partner with Tootsie's. The side of Tootsie's would be your pizza. You would sell your pizza and your stuff inside the restaurant.
Yeah, I would definitely do it like a Nico's Pizza down there in Key West, but keep Lorenzo's in Nashville. I'd be up for that 100%.
Okay. All right. Well, it's done. When I call you at 10:15 and after I've won Powerball, you will see. You'll be like, all right, let's go do this. Because, if you don't win, I mean, it goes up tonight, right? So,
yeah,
it'll go up again Saturday, over $600 million, the cash option. Because I'm not taking the full lump. I'm giving you the cash option. I want that part of it.
Wes in Clarksville says Tua would get a concussion from a shopping cart at Publix.
I cannot believe they benched their $45 million quarterback. I can't believe they did that. And they still owe him money. So Quinn Ewers has the task for the next 3 games to try to make him look respectable and then see if he can get the job.
One thing I would do, like, just to kind of give back, I'd call up Sean Henry and say, hey, where are we putting another Fordyce Center? I want to help you build it. I would. I would.
They got money. They got Haslam money.
Okay, but I can still help.
Where would you build the next one?
I guess Williamson County.
No, there's one answer. Rayon City. That's where you put the new Rayon City Ice Center out there.
The Big Joe Dubin.
No, I don't want my name anywhere attached to it.
The Mike Organ Rayon
nowhere.
City.
Nothing. I want my name nowhere near that. But, I mean, they need sheets of ice.
How about the Gaines brothers?
Do that?
Rayon City.
That'd be fine.
Rayon City.
You put that's more than adequate to put it right there. But, no, where would be there? Like, they had Gallatin was one on the books allegedly. And then so, I mean, sheets of ice here, man, they're important. People want it. Hockey league's playing at midnight on Sunday and everything else that goes. That's very popular.
Yeah. Look, what they've done in Clarksville and Bellevue and Antioch.
Massively successful.
Yeah. So
why not expand to Memphis?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, that's a whole other ball game. I don't go for hockey over in Memphis. We like it back here because Clarksville's just up the road from us a little bit, and so we got people coming down from the north play a little hockey up there in Clarksville. Look, Clarksville is exploding. Is it now the 4th or 5th biggest city in the state? Somebody told me it was 4th.
I think maybe because they can claim. There's like 3 cities they can essentially claim.
Yes, but they can't claim. I was told this. You people up in Clarksville, let me know. Fort Campbell is not part of the city.
Right. But you get a lot of that.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just exploding up there. And good job for you guys for turning out for all the Nashville Cat season tickets last weekend at F&M Bank Arena. We walked in there last year to call the Cats game. It smelled perfect, like a brand new car. So well done up there for Clarksville. And yeah, it's exploding, man. And we come in like a blowtorch up here in Montgomery County. Hello, everybody.
We sure do.
Hello, everybody.
Is that Hope Hines?
Hope Hines. It is Hope Hines. It's also, it's also my Diet Coke's wearing off on me now, man. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I could figure out most of your impressions.
Oh, okay. What about this one? O.J. Simpson, eh? Who's that?
Is that Adam Vingan?
Good Lord, no.
I have no idea.
O.J. Simpson.
I have no idea.
Norm Macdonald.
Oh, okay.
That's all I can do. That's all I can watch.
That was it. The
Norm Macdonald one. Yeah, there you go. What about this one, though? Man, honestly, I don't know hockey unless I see around hockey or something.
Elvis.
That's
Or
right.
Peyton.
I mean, tell you, that's right. It all came back. Peyton and Elvis were the same person. Absolutely the same person.
They are. We'll have come back with more impressions. We'll see what Cam Ward had to say, all those things. Tennessee Brew Works, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Wednesday. We're live at Tennessee Brew Works today. We'll be at the Omni Nashville Hotel at Bar Lines. And if you want to check it out tonight, they got a free show, If This Bar Could Talk, starting at 5 o'clock at Bar Lines. It'll feature different songwriters, singers and songwriters with stories and songs from Bar Lines. The holiday edition of If This Bar Could Talk. Go check it out. It's a free show at the Omni inside Bar Lines starting at 5 o'clock tonight. And we'll be there tomorrow. And our show's free too.
We shall be there tomorrow.
Joe will tell stories.
Yep, as we get you ready for Christmas.
Yes, so it'll be a good time at the Omni both tonight and tomorrow. Okay, we have gotten Clay because we need the update on what happened because Dr. Crane hung up on him earlier by accident. So we have found Clay. Hello, Clay. What's up?
Boys, how we doing?
We're good. We're good. How are you?
You know, Chase, Joe hasn't been very nice to me lately. He, when I told him I was going for the meeting yesterday, he said he hoped Candace arrested.
Did she have Vanderbilt PD with you?
Joe, any comment?
Look, Chase asked you a very specific question. How did it go? Everybody wants to know. We got texts, we got phone calls about you. How did it go?
I'm going to make a prediction, boys. I will be back in by next football season.
Okay. All right. That's good.
How
That's
about this
positive.
prediction? What happened yesterday?
Well, she told me that, you know, we're going to meet again in the spring, and I'm hoping by then, you know, we'll have a resolution.
So why were you not told yes yesterday?
So she basically said we'll circle back after the first of the year.
By the way, Chase, did you know that the NFL football season is officially over? As of Saturday night, the Cowboys will be done.
Yeah, you're right.
Look, we didn't bring you on to talk Cowboys. Why did you not get the full thumbs up yesterday?
This isn't going to happen overnight, Big Joe.
All right, I was told you brought your preacher with you.
I brought a retired preacher with me, my brother-in-law.
Okay, I mean, you're once a man of the cloth, you're always a man of the cloth. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was did he talk, or did he just sit behind you? I mean, what did he offer?
He did talk. He told Candace I was very passionate about Vanderbilt sports.
Well, that you are. All right, and go on.
So I've been in purgatory for 75 months, and I'm trying to dig my way out.
Okay, so the first step of admitting a problem or having a problem is admitting we had a problem, right? We had a problem?
Correct.
Okay, are we ever going to do that again?
The plan was to go in and tell Candace, I have sinned against thee.
Okay, did you do that?
No, I did not.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay.
Right.
Well, look, it sounds like progress is being made, which is good. And we'll see where it goes.
So maybe if this has a positive resolution, Chase, when I show up to the show, you won't need to say call security.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Clay, let me ask you this. Could this be a 30 for 30?
No.
I'd watch. Also, who would play you in a movie about this? Walter Matthau? Who plays you in a movie?
I have
Shane,
no idea.
Shane Gillis?
Nick Nolte. How about that?
Huh?
All right.
Clay?
You boys are the best.
Thank you, Clay. You are too.
Go back to your nap.
Yeah. See.
Hey, how about that, Clay, from Hey Something?
Look, man. Look, Clay, we hope you get reinstalled. We hope you don't have any more meltdowns.
Reinstalled.
Or reinstate, whatever.
Is
He's
he a
like
program.
Basically, is he not?
He needs to be rebooted.
Is he not a program?
He's got a virus.
Oh my God! Hey, don't get me started. I mean, good for him to be that passionate about Vanderbilt athletics, because I don't think I'm that passionate about anything outside of my kids in my life.
Yeah, No, I agree. He lives and breathes black and gold, and I would say that what he did was stupid, but I think he's learned his lesson. So we live in a world of second chances, so I think he deserves a second chance.
But he brought his brother-in-law, who's a pastor, with him.
Good on Dr. Lee for sitting down with him. Because there's a lot of ADs
right.
that wouldn't have even answered.
I mean, God bless her, because doesn't she have a lot of things on her plate besides having to deal with Clay to go over there? But I hope he gets it all reinstated and he's fine back on.
She's had a busy week. She's sitting down with Diego Pavia, going over Instagram posts, sitting down with Clay.
Right? Where do we start?
Hell?
Yeah. Sorry, Candace, what's going on over there? You're doing a great job. Sorry if that
awesome job.
Pavia and then Clay have kind of railroaded your week to go over there to do all that's happening for Vanderbilt Athletics. So maybe he gets back. I just, here's the deal. Could he have not snuck into a football game? I mean, it's not like they got Clay facial recognition over there. Do the Bobby Valentine.
That'd be awesome if they did. They got posters of Clay.
Do not let Clay in. They're not going to know if he shows up over there or not. But Clay would be like, look at me. I'm here on campus. And we'll get thrown out that way. What's the main thing you're passionate about? Like, I mean, that's a tough question, right?
Well, I mean, it would be the equivalent of me being told I can never go to a NASCAR race or something.
Sure. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Toby gets it done.
I don't know, Jim.
Tony? Yeah. I tell you what, man. Oh, God, I do that all the time.
Is that your Gruden?
Explain it again. Those nuggies.
By the way, I'm mad at myself for not do you know Dexter played a year with Andy Reid? Andy Reid's first year with Kansas City was Dexter's last.
Yeah, 13. Yeah. No, I'm not going to bring him up because Andy shouldn't have gotten rid of Dexter McCluster. We had Dexter McCluster, former Titan.
Well, I think he was a free agent.
Chief Ole Miss Rebel on the program at 12:30, which seems like a week ago right now. So he played there in the 2010 through 13. And they came here. And then his first game with the Titans here was Wisenut's first game there, beating the Chiefs in 2014. I remember that game when the Titans beat them, and we're like, oh, man, they got something now. They got Wisenut in here. You go on the road and beat the Chiefs. You're 1-0 and feeling good. Lawan.
People were so excited. And I was, too, about Ken Wisenut.
Yep.
Because, oh, man, he took the Cardinals to the Super Bowl. He's going to be so good. He's an offensive guy. He's going to make Jake Locker awesome.
Yeah, because the 13 season, he was with the Chargers.
Yeah.
They had a really good year with Phillip Rivers.
Rivers had a career year, I think.
Remember how Rustin Webster found out that Wisenut was the coach?
Tommy Smith. Rustin, come meet your coach.
Come down here to Houston. We found a coach for you. Good Lord.
And look, back in those days, Phillip Rivers only had 6 kids. So
right. That just shows how far back this franchise has been messed up. They had a coup d'etat, the Adams family, to get the damn brother-in-law out of there because he had no idea what he was doing.
Which, look, they did that, and that's when she was good, Amy.
Well, didn't the NFL step in and say, what the hell's going on down there?
Basically.
Something like that, and said, what's happening down there in Nashville? And then, oh, man.
And then, as they say, the rest
that's
history.
right.
615-737-1025. Coming up next here at Tennessee Brew Works, we'll tell you what day it is. And celebrity birthdays. Chasing Big Joe 1025, the game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game here on this Wednesday. Hanging out at Tennessee Brew Works. We'll be at the Omni tomorrow. And then almost to Christmas week. So looking forward to that. There was some, where was I going to read? We got a text. Mike from Shelbyville wants to know, is Big Joe excited for the shortest day of the year this weekend?
All right, who said that?
Mike in Shelbyville.
Mike, you know how to get me going, man. I am not excited for the shortest day of the year. You know why? Because it doesn't exist.
It's not the shortest.
All days are 24 hours. All days are 24 hours. It's the shortest day with least amount of sunlight.
Well, when the time changes,
no,
isn't it 25? Like when we
what?
When we add it, when we hang on, when we fall back, we gain an hour. So
every
that's
day.
25.
You're messing with me, right?
No.
Every day is 24 hours. Your clock does not give you you don't have 25 hours in a day. Every day is 24 hours.
Joe, when we fall back in a time change,
so you lose an hour. Every day is still 24 hours.
No, we gain an hour because it
You
goes
gain or lose
because
an
at
hour.
2 o'clock it goes back to 1 o'clock.
Okay, on that day. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, on
That's
that day.
that's 25 hours.
Okay, on that day. Spring forward, fall back. So this
Yeah.
will be falling backwards.
Yeah.
So an extra hour. What are you going to do with your extra hour? You're sleeping anyway.
I slept.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
you should do.
I mean,
right?
it's already passed, but
Okay.
I've slept.
But to the broader point, it's 24 hours.
Now, I agree with you that
Thank you.
that it is not the shortest day of the year. It's the least amount of sunlight.
Yes. So when the weather
The,
anchors
what is
here
it,
in
the winter solstice?
yes, it is. So the weather anchors in this town, when they go on TV and say it's the shortest day of the year, that drives me batty
Yeah.
because it's incorrect. And don't like Paul Hagan, he's working at Channel 4, would say, we have to add extra 8 seconds every other year to make up for some deficiency. I'm like, Paul, it's 24 hours, right? And now you had to throw a curve in me now, and I'm
Yeah,
all
sorry.
confused. It's all right.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I have your back.
Thank you.
Let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
All right. Only 3 things on the list, so pretty short and sweet. Starting with National
Thank
Maple
you.
Syrup Day. Well, thank you very much. Pair some maple syrup with some ribs, whatever you like,
Oh, yeah.
pancakes. Let's see. Pan American Aviation Day is today. And to wrap it up, Wright Brothers Day. So the two brothers.
Oh, nice.
So
made the
today
first
was the
airplane.
day.
It was.
So Dr. Crane, you might know this. Look it up. And where Pan American first started. Okay?
Okay.
I want you to look it up. We do birthdays right now, but look up where Pan American Airlines first started.
The Wright Flyer made the first sustained flight by a manned, heavier-than-air, powered-and-controlled aircraft on December 17th, 1903.
Is that Wrightsville Beach in North Carolina or what? Kitty Hawk?
Kitty Hawk.
Yeah, Kitty Hawk.
I found the location, Joe. Wow.
Where did Pan Am Airlines start?
Key West.
Everything goes back to Key West. Chase, how many cuss words were said that day when they flew? Like, holy!
I'd be like, oh.
It was the one day most cuss words were said back then for the Wright Brothers flight. All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Get up on the 2. All right, Chase, you go first. How old is golfer Rocco Mediate?
Oh, yeah. All right, so that was 2008. I'm not saying that. 58.
60.
How old?
60.
63. Dr. Crane, how old is Michelle Tafoya, former Sunday night football reporter?
Michelle Tafoya is 58.
56.
61. Chase, how old is Nikki McCrae, former Lady Ball?
42.
40.
54. Dr. Crane, former Auburn linebacker Takeo Spikes, played with the Bengals.
49.
51.
49 exactly.
Wow.
Good job. Chase, how old is Chase Utley?
Can't stand him.
Can't stand you either.
Good. 44.
48.
47. Dr. Crane's up 3-0. Dr. Crane, how old is boxer Manny Pacquiao?
53.
47.
47 exactly. Chaser, how old is Ryan Hunter Ray, the IndyCar driver?
38.
32.
45. Dr. Crane, actor Eugene Levy.
50.
73.
79.
Dang.
Chase, Bill Pullman. How old is the former president?
If you know, you know. Bill Pullman, 66.
69.
He's 72.
Wow.
Good Lord. Dr.
Nice.
Crane, the actress Sarah Paulson.
Movie at all?
She was Marsha Clark in the OJ movie.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go 53.
60.
51. Dr. Crane's up 4-2. Chase, actor Giovanni Ribisi. He was on Friends, Avatar, Boiler Room.
56.
52.
51. Dr. Crane's up 5-2. All right, Dr. Crane. How old is Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters?
71.
He's always the shut up. Just go. And how old's Ernie Hudson?
Who's the other guy?
It reminds me of that scene in Die Hard when he's on the helicopter. He's like, "This is Agent Johnson." No, the other one.
74.
He's 80. Chase, how old is former Hardball host Chris Matthews?
70.
72.
80. Dr. Crane, how old is country singer Sharon White of the Whites? Is she the one that's married to Ricky Skaggs, maybe? Anyway, how old is Sharon White?
52.
74.
72. Chase is back battling. 5-3. I like this. Chase, how old is country singer Tracy Byrd?
He's doing the watermelon crawl today. 64.
66.
59. Chase, the last one. Chase gets to go first. Bass player Dwayne Probst of Little Texas. Dwayne Probst of Little Texas lives here in Nashville. How old is he today? You can get the tie if you get it dead on.
62.
60.
He is 59. Dr. Crane gets it. He wins 6-3.
Good job, Dr. Crane.
Proud
Well
of you,
done,
Dr.
guys.
Crane.
Well
You battled
done.
back.
Hey, I got a little shout out. My defensive coordinator in high school, Randy O'Brien, he gave me some heckling from yesterday with the whole Boston Tea Party thing. So thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. I haven't heard from him in a couple years.
You got it right.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I haven't heard from him in a while, and he emailed me about it, and I was like, oh, give him a little
Well, I
shout out
asked
today.
you why we protested the Boston Tea. It's like, because of taxes. You got it correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell your former DC to shut his mouth.
He's an avid listener of y'all show. Loves the
I'm
station.
kidding.
So.
I'm
Come
kidding.
on now.
I'm kidding.
Don't be that guy.
He's
Hey, he
state
came
champion in football, by the way.
He came
97.
and berated our esteemed producer, T-shirt billionaire, Nick Frazier.
Oh, dude, no. Randy O is the best. I mean, great DC, great guy. I mean,
You're the best.
that's why football means a lot in this area. High school
Yeah.
football, especially.
That's right, pal.
That is going to do it for us. Thanks to Tennessee Brew Works for having us out today.
Fun show as always. It's always fun listening to you guys when you guys talk to us about how well you're doing. We talk about mental health all the time on this show, and I'm telling you, please reach out. If you need to talk to someone, please talk to someone. I tell you, talking to someone saved my life. Do it. Please do that. And look, we understand all the time you're going through some things here and there, but dark clouds move out of the way. What replaces dark clouds? Beautiful sunshine. And that's what you are. That's why we need you here on your cell phone. You can call 988 if you need to talk to somebody immediately. It's always there for you. And know that we love you. And more importantly, more than anything else in this world, please know this, is that God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVD is coming your way next from Bridgestone Arena. Predators in action tonight against Carolina. That's all ahead on 102.5 The Game.